Good morning, April. Yes, something happened yesterday. I was moving. My car, I have a sort of a small lawn path where my car is parked, and I learned the lesson that I was doing mowing, a little bit chip coming out from mowing, stone chip could be damaged car. So I'll be very careful. I normally go next door. I just mowing for them, but sometimes I have to be careful. I try to do good intention, but it could smash their car window. So I'll be very careful, even though I have a good intention. But eventually, I found that my car passenger um, side window was broken, shattered. Oh my God, it cost me money, but that's life. So I learned the lesson. Sometimes we have a good intention doing it, uh, and I just learned that God grace still there to protecting it. So sometimes we do that good intention, but God grace to protecting. But my car didn't protect it. So because God wants to know, make sure I have to be careful doing good job. So on main road, I normally do next door because it's small path, but I think I should stop doing it. I don't because his car is already outside, so next time I wouldn't do that. Sorry, but that's what the life is. Okay, let's find my. Okay, where I am. Yes. This is Sunday, so everyone goes to church to prepare. So I'll do the short session today also. I believe that also there's God grace, man. God, Lord, especially asking to stay home. So this is one of the reason that maybe God wants me to stay home. Maybe this might be spiritual attack or anything could happen. That's why I think that might be the one reason God allowed this one to be happen on my car so that I don't drive. I can drive. So this is one of the things. Okay. Sometimes you have to accept the reality of God's direction. Sometimes God intentionally onto some car, maybe prevent further accident. That's what I believe. That's why my experience with the Lord wants to protect you from sudden accident on attack. So sometimes driving car might be a big issue because there are a lot of things spiritual attack could be done onto your car. So sometimes God wants to do stop, staying home, then staying home. So all right. So let's do a bit of short one today. Especially second epistles of Corinthians are very strong. Someone really can understand that kind of a passage. The ministry has a good knowledge of God, I believe. So it's one of those thermal rule. I look at someone's preaching. If someone can preach in Second Corinthians, then he could have a good knowledge of God, knowledge of God, Scripture. So it's very difficult. Anything with the second epistles of Paul Lyon's um, writing, Paul's writing is very, very difficult. So if someone can preaching out of it, but they're avoiding it because many word is very strong and many church minister doesn't want to keep it, doesn't want to upset someone. So maybe second episode is could be good for someone's own meditation strength. That's why whatever religion you got, this is typically be careful. I'm seeing some people use by grace sufficient. That's very dangerous because what I see is if someone too much mention on God grace, it seems to me we glorify God, but actually it's not. God doesn't want the his conflictory word of that grace, even though we are not changing it. That's why my background as a Presbyterian theologian, only solely, I think I did good Torah training on base of the foundation. But if I stay in that level, I wouldn't do nothing. It is God direction that it is actually God grace that we are um, more active in action. So sometimes we give back, we are given our suffering or long-term sickness or financial weakness or personal weakness. The reason is that because that we cannot boast ourselves that Lord, I am not perfect. I need you. I need you to lead me into direction. That can be happen. Time to time, I am seeing these young people, God taking away so young. It was like about 30 years ago, not 30, about 20, yeah, nearly 30 years ago, 25 or something about that time. I really had in another church. I really had a good brother. He's a man. He's got everything. He's from Morin. He went to Morin Korean Corp, and he's strong. He's very faithful, and eventually he do a lot of thing. Anybody at that time, that church had a lot of students. When they want to move, they call him. Her brother Hamilton, he go come and helping everyone, helping through his car. Sometimes he borrow a truck for them, and he's like a saint. He's about before even he wasn't reached 30 years. One day I heard of this news that um, he got sponsored by Austrian church working in some kind of Korean English language center. That time, 25 years ago, there were many Korean students coming learning English here. Also, some of them actually, once they got enough training, confidence in English, they can apply. They may apply for the a uni course. So he got a PR, nearly he got a PR. And one day I got this terrible story. Lord, take this guy. Suddenly, he got a car accident. One of the things I really worried was one day I saw him driving past this guy on freeway. I was met him. Hey, I just saw him. His car. I realized his car, and his car going to like right and left, right and left. I thought, why this car is going? I was to see that car was driving past me, so I know his car, and we saw greeting, and his car is going right and left, right and left. The thing is, that this guy was so work hard. Drowsy was a common thing while he was driving. Sometimes he driving and he just drowsy and he driving left and right. One of the things is car doing like that is either two things: whether he was drowsy or he could be drunken. One of them. So police always catching them up. If you car move left and right in the lane, that's what happened to this guy. He was traveling Adelaide in South Australia, and he hit the tree on freeway. There was particular place where there was curb, and then probably he was slippery. He's sleepy, and he hit the truck. He hit the car, and his car was smashed on the tree, and the car behind stopped him, but he was already gone. They called ambulance, but he already gone. Too bad. I mean, he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance to go to hospital. So I look at him, and something I ask the Lord, why? This is a perfect guy, Lord. This is perfect. One of the things I'm thinking is he's so great, God wanna take him. Or second, there's some kind of hidden sin he doesn't wanna reveal. So that's what happened. Um, the holiness and God presence was with him. God time to time protect him from his drowse. He come to early morning prayer, and the thing is, his body was too tired. Uh, Even his before 30 years old, God take him. Um, God had taken him to the heaven. So this is something I feel that the suffering thing can happen people's, and this kind of guy, at that time I had other business and special packing, uh, removers, household for overseas container. He also available. Sometimes I lend him my truck, and I know what he's doing. He go and helping by himself. He carry furniture by himself. What he need is I have lift at the truck at the back. He just need trolley. That's what he did by himself. Um, still miss him, but it is God see it, and maybe with him he can do a lot of good things, but sometimes it's God grace that stop it. That's what I thought. Anyway, God grace is sufficient for you. This is very, very important. This Paul had so many gifts, so much things. This only thing can work as a break. Otherwise, he do a lot of things, and this the only thing can bring us stress to. But this stress may realize I have a problem and I need you. This is kind of thing can happen. So people be careful with God grace. His grace is sufficient. It doesn't mean we don't have to do anything. This is we have a, this is sometimes limitation. This kind of idea of my grace is sufficient. Then God grace is enough. we really have to be careful with it. Until certain part, God grace can work as umbrella to protect. One day God really will know. It's like what happened to yesterday. I had many since I moved in about nearly 4 months now. I did many mowing next to my car, but until yesterday, my this cheap stone smashed the side window. Then I realized it is no more God grace. God allow it. So many guys work under God grace until now. Low can lift up by silly things. Even if I have a good intention doing it, but next time I wouldn't be able to do next door mowing from my next door because I will just do the extra thing. So build a relationship. If there is a possible obstacle like his car, what happened if my chip bump smashes his window? So that sort of warning that now I have to be careful. If his guy is there, I wouldn't go, I wouldn't do it. Or I'll be very careful about when you do mowing, anything can happen from stone can come out for it. So um, this is one reason that a good example of this particular verse. I really thanks God for um, what I really mean by this calculation. I learned it cost me couple of $100 to learn lesson, but it is worth it to understand what God grace and particularly this passage I can understand more clearly. So until certain part, God grace can happen to you, cover up our silly sins and all things. One day, God may lift up the shield of God grace. That means this will become a problem. It could be damage something. So we must understand that this is a good example. I really love it. So I wanna put a story into my journal. So I'll show you how to do it now. Everyone is there. So I opened this particularly. I found this big one. When you do like when you do journal, make sure it's online. Also, big organization, and someone is not really connect to your own church because when, you never know where you make Mark God may um, lead you to another one. So maybe neutral place, non-denominational platform is good. So this is what I find is Bridgegate is iCloud, very big organization. So I'll put everything here at the moment. So make sure online so you can take around. You never know. You go to another city for trip and you could be asked for preaching or anything. So I just want to, it's better to carry that with you, Bible and source. So I put that this Second Corinthians. I show you how to do it. Second Corinthians 12:7. 12 is not. Also, you have to decide which is gonna be your scripture translation. Stick to New King James or ESV. At the moment stick with ESV because most of my previous collection was New King James Version, but I make sure I have a new word definitely because otherwise you never know which is my old one and all mixed up. So I have previously about 7,000 scriptures, but all gone because I couldn't do review or lost. So that's why I click. So I show you how to make a journal. Okay, 7. You click like a particular passage that here 7, 10. So go to 7 to 10. Yeah, I definitely previous. This is problem previous collection. I will have these. Um, I have another other. Yeah, I have a bit of script that. But in that case, you use different color here, red. So 7. Yeah. Better put than some of them is already there. Then you click different color. Okay. Yeah, still good. Then click and God grace may work and as a shield for our good intention, good work, and some silly errors, silly mistakes, but when the time comes, the Lord may lift up the shield. His grace, so that we may stop doing it. We may be careful. So I'm going to story of side car side window, cars smashed, shattered while mowing the path. By the cheap stone chip. So this is something that can happen. I have a good intention, but also never do that. Especially these paths could have a little stone can damage the shutter window very easily. So you guys be careful when you do mowing. Also, this kind of thing can. Uh, so it's not recommend even kid around because they can hit their eye anything. So be careful. So so yeah, maybe I can put November. Yo is So I remember happily, yeah. So this is what happened. So you write down here. That's your spiritual work. Next time you know what exactly I can explain. God grace related as a shield. You can put that as glory because God's work grace can work as shield. But He lift up. Time comes, and suffering it could be a place. Financial burden could be one of that, and you know, so far so good. All the financial thing was provided, but one day Lord uh, uplifted, so people can have a suffering. So this is one of good examples. So why this one I love it. It cost me about more than couple of $100 yesterday. It's about there's a guys coming to fixing Monday. This is a very expensive lesson for me. But because that I can explain God grace, I can explain. So hardship, yeah, persecution, calamities. That is what uh, happening is. Also, anybody during summertime, be careful. Mm, I for our normally make a coffee while I'm doing first session. What about small insect dipping? I realized the insect is like a small firefly was um, had a suicide mission underwater. So when you drink your coffee, be careful while you're drinking. Don't leave anything there. You make sure overnight, no way. You the insect be dipping like a suicide mission to the water. I don't know why firefly love water, but they normally do that. So be careful. If you drink that, you feel very sick. So be careful, especially don't leave any during summer, springtime, anything. Uh, don't leave it there too long. Drink it. That well, I lost. I saw a small things there. After I had a 10, 15 minutes praise worship, I really saw it. This could be mental things, emotional things. It can happen. So yeah, emotional thing could happen. Personal thing, a typical personality, it could happen. So this is one of the things we have to realize our trait and our personality. We have to surrender it. The thing is, the very good thing is our Paul is he realized this is my problem. No? This is a problem. When we start to realizing this is my problem, I need to change. That means I believe one day God could heal him. Yeah, I think for right time he could be feel better. So this is one thing we realize. Any thorny thing in our heart, personality, uh, to cover up ourselves, that kind of thing we have to realize. We have to surrender that to Lord. Lord, I have a problem. I need to change. I need to change. I need you to be help me doing. Sometimes it could be unconscious thing. Then realize conscious to bring that bad habit. And this is the one what happens. That's why I personally about minority people, they have a right to worship, but one day Lord gonna be heal them, speak to them. You have to give up that kind of emotional things. You have to give up that habit, and I hope that could be strong enough for doing it. So we have no right to say these people must surrender everything and come to church. I don't think so. Gospel is first, and I personally they have a right to worship the Lord, maybe online. Yeah, but as a leader, it's good to going to maturity. Otherwise, people just print about God love. That's it. So this is what my personal view about some minority group. So this is what happens. So this particular example of incident, I'll definitely have a good example of this sidecar window smashed when moving. I don't know. I didn't never thought about this small chip stone could be damaged side window. It's like a little bit bigger than dust, but still can damage it. Also, I had a nightmare. Oh God, I was so good intention about next door, moving for it, but next time I will do, I will be withdraw it, even if I have a good intention doing it. Uh, God knows that I want to build a relationship with next door, but this can happen. Smash through, and well, God smashes car window while I do moving. It is part of it with my good intention. So I will think of next time whether I'll be okay or not. So this is can happen anytime. I pray that God, this my part of the house is had a side street, so I can park the car to the side. Yesterday, I actually parked the car inside of a car park. Inside, I have a because so gate is there, but it's very narrow. So I avoiding it because, but I think now time to time I should be trying to be trying to park the car inside of car park. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, maybe I'll think about it. So okay, next one. Second Corinthians chapter 12. That's a good one. This is definitely he has a particularly personality. This is personality. Is anger showing. I know this particular Jewish background. He is. I know the personality. Shouting could be that kind of thing. Frustrated and shouting. I think that is what he's talking about here. Of a personality. Yeah, this is what argue with Second Corinthians here. It's a middle of a conflict between uh, founder and the church leader. That's what the rest going is reconciliation. So there was another book in Second Corinthians before Second Corinthians, First and Second Corinthians. A lot of people, a lot of scholars believe there's another book between it. That book was telling them off. That kind of writing could be that. We call that scandalous letter. It's not no longer there. I think they destroy it. I think our father, those people, early church Christian, they probably destroy it. You didn't include it. Otherwise, there'll be first, second, and third Corinthian. This could be third Corinthian, but actually, there's a middle one was disappear. We call that scandalous letter. You type anything scandalous letter of Paul, they will tell you about it. This one I found while I was in a, a library of the Bible course. I was reading this particular one, and I think I read a commentary on it, and then I realized, oh, really, there was commentary. Oh, there was another book, another epistle of Paul. So God really thought this book shouldn't be kept. It. So that's what he's talking about here. He showed he's angry, threatening. If I come, I'm gonna really. This part also there. evidence of this anger still there. So yeah, I will know who is God judging you when I come down. That kind of things. This kind of things. Yeah, there was a bit of a personality here because it's a Jewish background. I know what Jewish people are shouting sometimes, but so I'm not saying. But the thing is, even the shouting, they go normal. This is different between some people who keep it, carry that for a long time. That guy has a temper, and carry that and all the way and carry and carry. Other people showing a little bit temper, but shouting each other, then all right. That's why I recommend this way of uh, taking that off. I have a story. I have a like second cousins, which is second cousin who's older than about 10 years older than me. He's elder now. The thing is, this woman was uh, very rich. His wife was, but he had a dream. He had a lot of offer, like a lawyer, someone like government. What do you call that? DC, uh, government lawyer working for government. What was DC? Is it? What about district commissioner, something like that? Yeah, something like that. That kind of people was offered about doctor, medical doctor, but she had an introduced by someone and about my second cousin. He was working in Busan at that time, and she she chose him. It could be a good mistake because she was saved because of that, but she was a lot of spiritual challenge because my auntie is really tough. She's like a warrior. She's prayer warrior. She go down to the gift ministry of healing ministry, and she will train her. One day he argued. She argued with my second cousin. Then what she did, she went down into where storage is there, and what she did, and my uh, second cousin look at her. I feel worried. Maybe she do something wrong. She might be hurt herself. So she he just sneak in, follow her after big argument with her. And what she did is she went. He because he worried about. He slowly sneak in, following her and looking her on the on the ground, on the ground there, in the story room. And what she did, she going in, she smashed all the plate, smashed the plate, and throw that in glasses and like this kitchen glass, kitchen things, smashed it and then come down quietly. So this is thing. Sometimes this kind of culture showing frustration. If there are both are good at that, there could be constructive. It should be constructive way of arguing, constructive way of shouting each other might be a good way, not in front of a kid, but this is one of those good things. Anyway, I have a room for. I understand what he's. I have a room for. I have a room for to sending you this scandal letter to you and told you off. That kind of intention I can hear. I think so I can. Sometimes I can read what postman is. I think post. Maybe he's trying to telling me something. Anyway, I can see that. I have been a fool. Sorry. Also, there's another one. Traditionally, he went there, told them off. Also, I think there was briefly, unofficially, he went there, and I think this is where while he was in Ephesus. Anyway, he sneaked there. Can I have a break? And he went there, and I want a 2 weeks break, and go and officially, but this church leader didn't um, acknowledge him. There are argument. There is something mentioned about you tell me that I'm correct in writing, but this guy is not incorrect in real physical things. So uh, Paul was not a good talker. He was really powerful in writing, but he was not good talker. That's what they're saying. And this was, I will rather prefer Apollo, who's a good, talking, handsome, and Paul was not good talking. His bald hair, some, short, not good looking, bro, bad breath, maybe. Yeah, hygiene problem could happen. Hygiene problem he could happen. So this is what happened to him. So this is what happened to him. So exactly what is going on here? I cannot understand. They don't realize he is so passive. Some people say, who are you, man? He are nothing. Okay, we have this super. Look at that, Peter. Look at that. Maybe that time Peter was still survive. I don't know. Maybe he could pass through. Look at the Paul. Look at the Apollo. He's good talker, handsome, tall. This is what happened with these people. Let's do that. So this is really sad. Then he came to uh, second time. Second time was an unofficial visit. That is when he was showing bit of a confrontation, bit of argue with them. That is what happened. Also, after that, he could send another letter after his visit. That's what I presume. This is what happened is. So third time, this time is more reconciliation happening. He definitely had a reconciliation, and this time he going officially. That is officially also fully recognized as his apostleship. Apostleship is recognized by with the apology from this church of Corinthians. As you know, I think this generation, uh, when you really had a ministry, but you are really experience these financial things, you got to prepare. You got to prepare to be independent. Your spouse either maybe. So I would recommend. Sorry about that, but even spouse get a training, get a skill, ready to work with a husband while still you are once kids are going to school. Maybe you are less busy, then your kid can be more independent than you think about doing catching up with what you did before, some continually or uh, retraining course, something like that. Because financially really tough out there in Gambia. I have in Australia now a lot of fashion retail shop are closing down now after 35, 40 years. Like Casey's, Country Road. I know Country Road because my mom used to make skirt for Country Road. You know, so I know my mom used to make the sewing. My mom used to be sewing machine, so I know that. So all going down, and then we really have careful with it because some of them could be your church member. They lost income. Where the income gonna be now? So it's better that way. Also, when you become a contributor, so less burden to church, you have a power to preaching right word. I think that's what really needed was what God said to you. Some of them like a Paul. Sometimes you have to say strong word, and you're not welcome because some people don't like it. But that is sign sometimes God wanna lift up God's shield of grace upon some people. Something like that. Now I'm saying to some people that be ready. Don't rely on free because who never know. We never know that. Or stop income stop. What are you gonna do that? If you rely on something happen now. Uh, I'm really sorry that North Carolina in USA had a flooding. One particular region had nothing left, and that part churches included. Some people swept through by this flooding. This whole town disappeared, including church. So where the income gonna come? So this kind of thing now happening. Global warming, global warming meant the sea become very rough. You never know what kind of thing. In Sahara Desert, there was a lake formed because of heavy rain. Something after every 50 years can happen. So this one thing happened. So now you gotta be very independent. Something. So uh, that is way that you are helper of helping others because you have a financial bit of spare money to helping others. Don't forget it because we are not receiving it like Paul had a lot of support from business people, maybe also his skill as a tent making ministry. So him, I believe he had some support from some rich guys. most times he didn't rely on that. He relied on own business, small tent making ministry, tent making skills. So this is something. So far, the generation don't like it if you have a strong word, but this is what you have today. That's one of the thing about Presbyterian was used to be. My I came from this background for this Presbyterian, but I moved. My family moved to another church, which my father initially went because once he has to move. She is go on local Presbyterian church. My father was another local, another Presbyterian church, but eventually she decided to move on to another church which has more strong word. This minister was very strong. She told people really off sometimes. You got to live it correctly, otherwise you don't have to come to this church. You find some other church. He told like that. So he mentioned he's very conservative, but he used to be businessman one day when he was young. He's from North Korea, from Chosan. They call Chosan means where the boundary of is north part of it, where the American and Korean, I think more like a Korean side went, Korean army went to top border of China. So he's from there. He came during the war, and he did business. He's very great business. He did well. Suddenly, God gave me him a back problem, and he sort of surrendered to him, and fire come from him. Healing came. He decided to follow because his family was all Christian, elder and all that, and I think he was supposed to. Their parents wanna do that him to do ministry. That's what happened. So he was very strong. Um, he had a conflict with elders who had kicked him out because there's so much corruption in the church. She said all the money going to one of guy previous minister used to have a car and also driver also. They were so corrupted, and he was let's make a budget, and he actually uh, had a 10 years plan. So he sold the car. He uh, uh, also his car driver no longer there, job gone. A lot of people not happy. Elders were not happy. Then he had to argue. The elder will not kick him out. And the thing is, four, five elder, four of them uh, want to kick him out because they don't follow the way. But this guy was strong. Nearly he was resigned from the position. Sometimes this guy came and pulled him out from while he's preaching. But this is what happened was that time my father and mother fight along to protect the minister, and that way he stayed, and God blessed that. And this is what happened. His blessing came through. So he had this. Uh, they were on top of the kind of where the older poor people are living, and he brought land near major place uh, of district office is. So district office, he bought problem for cheap, and he bought it. They bought it. Later, that place near the Seoul National University was this comment. The price went sky high, like something 20 times. And everyone comes asking to sell the land, but he didn't sell. And they built this house, church there. This is a good story how God, Lord will drive right minister leaders. Uh, and even it does upset existing leaderships. But the rest of them, three, four of them, gather themselves up to 20, some 30 people, set up own church, small church, but never grow. So this is what happens. And the thing is that elder, so another elder there was, he's from North Korea also, because my father is from North Korea, Pyongyang, and he's from I think Pyongyang, and he's the one who lead my father into his church, the particular church. But my father, uh, after my mother prayed, you have to be disconnected with that guy, even if you are personally connect with him, you must. So my father has to know. So this is sometimes we have to be strong, stand strong for what good leader is. So this is what happens. And yeah, this is what happens. But the sad thing is, God taken him. Well, he is about 55. God taken him so young, 55. This means, God taken him. Yeah, he's very so, but I think God knows his personality. Sometimes he loves song. That's why some of the part I do is the way loudly he prays Lord, so, hymn songs. Anyway, this is a story of how great God is. So as a good minister, one day even God says so. You have to break this shield. Mention so much about good thing about milky things. You have to speak strong word, which is God say to you. I think one of the things church is not growing is they can't speak good things, strong word. That way, these kind of people are not welcome, especially entry level. They don't want it. I don't think they are not gonna be allow this kind of guy to be in their leadership. Uh, but I'm so exposed. So, anyway, this is what happened is. So one more time. I think time is up, so I'll finish with this one. 12, 1, 12, 11, 14. So this is one of the things happen is that God shield up. Shield of grace is up. Lift up. That's what happened. You have to be your own. You have to make decision. You have to do something proactive. You won't have to do short course. So this is what happened to even American. Many of them get going suffering. Even Christians. So that's true. That's why I love this particular about Presbyterian was that had this strong um, thing about action and doing it. This is a good thing, a good heritage of Reformed Christians. When they faced hazard and persecution, they stood up and fight for it. But I think on the way, too much salt coming into the leadership and church. And they locked in some kind of partial things that we leave everything's God do it. We are not doing anything. I think that is the problem, misunderstanding of the Second Corinthians chapter 12. God grace is enough. That when you come the strong word of God, that locked people in um, current um, comfortable zone, complacency, complacency complacency is a deadly thing. I think this one left into many um, generation. When Holy Spirit is working and doing it, strong word of God and do it, and that is a strong heritage of special Reform Church um, and Presbyterians, because we're the north part, Scotland, and north of this damn Viking land, this Netherlands, all they are persecuted. They are ancestral persecuted, and they stood, and they have no time to think about it. You have to make decision right now, okay? You can't just dragging through. Let me think about it. When you think about it, all gone. Enemies at hand now. Uh, that's what many Korean people know, particular North part of Koreans. It's this Chinese and this pagans coming attack. So they always have a big, like a cloth ready to pack. So in emergency, that's what I do. They pack this blanket and run. No time for run and couple clothes and run. And that's why in emergency they have to go refuge because they can someone's coming, there is some child bandits coming. Then they in 5 minutes they have packed everything. That time long time ago they don't have no baggage stuff. They are these big clothes. That's what they have. There's a big one already and packed this beddings and some kitchenware, and they run, whole family run. That's what they make decision. Don't think about when the government will come and they don't want gathering together for decision making. They don't do that. Okay, in 5 minutes the enemy come, you have to make decision. There's no time to call meeting or nothing. Just individual make decision. That's what happened to heritage of these reformed um, Christians and out there north for Europeans. So I think there's something now. People are too much uh, lost that kind of good themes of what strong theory is. So these people make decision, prime decision, no hesitation. Think about it and oh God. So this is make decision, do it. That is what happened to many heritage there in I think it's my personal opinion is anyway. Okay, I have to finish this one. Again, one more time. 11:14. That's great story. Early prayers and it's Sunday. Everyone catching up. Also, have a great day, everyone out there, and pray for this happening some abroad in America, facing reality of a natural disaster. Lord, may God open the way and hopefully that government support maybe come to you. Many of them lost their residential place. They no more receive a mail. Hopefully, you can go through online and get that with some proof of document. And pray for you also. May God presence for you be happen, brothers and sisters worldwide. And have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.